Why is there a trailer in my house?
Because I can.
Welcome back to the channel. That was a little ridiculous, maybe putting a trailer in a house. But we'll show you how we did it in just a second. But before we do that, I just wanted to kind of talk some more about what's coming up on our channel. We are now in the test phase. In this video, we're going to show you everything we did and how our little tricks turned out on our trailer. But then our next video, we're going to show loading it up, how that all worked on it, and we're going to show the beginning of getting ready for our trip to Sand Hollow. After our loading video, we're going to have a series of videos that's going to display our trip, and it's going to show the endurance factor of the trailer to see how it rode out. We put about 1,900 miles on these trailers, and you're going to get to see exactly what happened. My lips are sealed right now, but you're going to have to see what happened. There was some pretty cool stuff. And not only to mention that, we maybe met a semi-famous, up-and-coming somebody from YouTube. And he's as cool as he looks on his video. So we got him on the video, and many more things. We went to Sand Hollow, went to Coral Pink, and we had a blast. I just wanted to take a second to talk to you about the direction that we're going to go with this channel. We got some riding footage from this, but we're not going to have that on this channel. I have a secondary channel called Christian Off-Road Adventure, and if y'all want to preview that, y'all are welcome to go check that out and subscribe. It's going to be a little different content. This channel is going to be where we have our invention ideas, where we conceptualize things and think. And I just wanted to kind of give you a little thought process of where my mind's going. And it's not always going to be just razor stuff or razor accessories or whatever. But coming up, I got thoughts about doing a high lift jack for the razor, for the long travel suspension. We got ideas about creating some air conditioning flaps, maybe a homemade skid plate, and I might even try to put that wide razor in the back of my 3500 pickup. Maybe. Got to talk to the wife about that one. But anyway, stay tuned. I got lots of stuff planned. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. We're going to keep on going. And if you haven't had a chance to, we have this full series where you get to see all the dimensions, all the build. It may be a little dry, I'm sorry about that, but it's all there for you to enjoy or not enjoy, but see how it turned out. But anyway, without further ado, this is how I got this trailer in this house. All right, so who's ready to see how this thing comes apart? First off, we take the slider all the way down. Take our pins out. There's one. There's two. So we just set that to the side. Move our tongue over. Now here we are. Let's see how these wheels turned out. Oh yeah, that's a lot better than trying to lift this whole thing. Made sure and marked a little arrow here so I know which way it goes on the rack. The next thing, taking the pins off the back of the trailer. Don't forget to disconnect the wire. What? It didn't come apart? That was pretty easy. It's still together? Oh, well, that's much better than the underbar design. Now you know why we changed it. The counterbalance on the front pushes down on it, and then it only takes a couple of pounds of force here, and one person can do it easy. So we just take this, move it off to the side. Now our trailer tires whoops. Just tuck that in there. Don't want to cut that. Haven't quite figured out a good way to keep all these chains up, but if this starts rolling away, you can use these chains to chock the tires. Now we can just move this out of the way. The wheels come up off the ground, so it doesn't want to roll. So first thing, we're going to get the tongue in there so it'll be all the way out of the way. It's almost like it was made to be. Feels good. Oh yeah, that's not too heavy. Oh no. Oh no, what do we get? That's not going to fit. I know. Now it will fit. Don't quite have it lined up very good. Let's see. That's much better. Now I don't have to deal with those chocks anymore. Don't forget the ramps. These are a lot lighter than those big things we built for the first one. In case you were wondering if maybe the razor's a little smaller, maybe A car's too big? Let's get a car in here. Let's see what happens. Huh, that fits too. Where do you store your trailer? I store mine wherever I want. Okay, so it'll fit into a garage. But what if you have a little tighter space with a smaller shed door? And maybe you got some stuff already in the way? Let's see how that works. Yeah, it'll fit there too. And I just thought of something. Let's see if this works. Kickstands. So why would I put a trailer in a house? Because if you can put it through a 3-foot man door, you can put it anywhere. And that's the point of this trailer. 1.0 was good, but 2.0 is better. Reassembly is a lot like disassembly. There's just a couple of little things to get it all lined up that'll help you out. Everything's easy to move around, so if you don't get it the first time, just a little adjustment and it works out pretty good. So first, we're going to put the tongue on the trailer. Now, the fact that it has wheels on the front and the back makes it really easy to scoot this back and forth to get it into place. But just like before, minimal effort, maybe about 10 pounds of force, and this pushes down. Slide it and line up the holes. There's a lot better visibility with the bar being on the top than us having to look down underneath to get the pins below. And we're not having to lift it while we're doing it. Make sure you pull out your plug. And then everything just holds in place for the second pin. Connect your wire. Make sure that it's not in a place that it can get ran over. Tuck up any extra leads in the tongue. Pinning up the front slider is a lot the same way. Sometimes you have to kind of give it wiggled into place, but after a couple of practice tries, make sure you have it level on the ground and it keeps you from having to fight the holes. You can chalk the tires with the chains a little, keep it from rolling away. Get the back hitched first and pick up and line up the front. Now make sure your tires are chalked going backwards, and then you can just scoot this up. We noticed that we had an added benefit when we put these tires on. It keeps it where you can transport this around without the slider moving down on you, and gives you a nice rubber bump. Even with the added beefiness of the trailer, and a little bit metal in the front now, it's still manageable for one person to easily move the trailer around. On the last build, we built our own ramps, but they were really heavy. And since we're always putting them in the back of the truck anyway, we decided we'd just go with some old Harbor Freight, not sponsored, ramps, cut them in half. We welded some pins on them, drilled some holes in the back, and that's plenty angle to make a smooth transition up. So what do you think so far? Works pretty good. I think that everything came out even better than we expected, and then we were able to visualize and see a couple of places where we could add things as we were going along the build. And that's the purpose of this channel. Not every time you put something on paper can you see advantages and disadvantages of your ideas. So it's good for the world to get back to going ahead and building stuff. You know, even if the theory isn't fully there, we got to test it. We got to prove it out. Can't wait for you to see what happens on the loading endurance videos. Thanks for checking out our trailer. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Yow! You can just sit right in here. Wait a minute.